had perched on a branch not far from my window, watching, staring at me with an unfathomable black eye. Did it know what I had done? Impossible. Such a dim-witted creature could not know of my sins. I could barely keep track of them myself. Yet, it sat, watching and judging me silently. Could it be? No. I will not let myself think of such idiocies. It could watch me, but I would not fold myself under his judgment. Turning my back to the creature, I took in the mess I had created. Perhaps the bird was not the fool, and I was. Only a fool would make such a mess with his toy. I dared not let my eyes rest on the shape in the corner of the room, only on the sticky red that had oozed to the center. For a moment, the dark pool stayed my gaze, and I could not bear to tear it free. A tap on my window made me jump, and I turned back to look at the beast, freeing myself from the dark cage I had been momentarily trapped in. It was not watching me, but instead the crumpled shape in the corner. Could it sense the dead? If it could, then surely another person could as well. Did they know what I had done? Did everyone know what I had done? Trying to breathe through the coil of fear that had wrapped around me, I slapped my hand against the glass, trying to scare away the bird. It would tell them if they did not know already. The beast merely turned its head in my direction, but it did not even ruffle its feathers. I pounded again and then again, trying to get the bird to fly away and leave me with my crime. The glass shattered under my assault, and the only sound that could be heard was the glass breaking further once it hit the floor. Still, the bird did not fly. I was running out of time. Leaving the bird once again, I hurried back to the mess. My hand shook as I wiped at the dark puddle, and near desperation filled me when the stain simply smeared rather than left the floor. No matter how many dry rags I used, the mess never lessened. The pounding of my heart was almost enough to block out the soft whispers. Almost. My hand stilled, and I raised my gaze to the shape in the corner. It was still. I held my breath, waiting for the voice to come once more. Had I imagined such a terrible thing? Surely I could not conjure something so frightful unless I had gone mad. No, I was not mad. Shaking my head, I went back to my task. The red had now covered my hands completely, and I was enjoying the process as I had before this night. I had let the bird ruin my game long enough. Once again, the whispers began. I stood and moved slowly across the floor to the corner. Without a moment of hesitation, I grabbed the shoulder and rolled the shape onto its back. The head lolled to the side, and I stared at the blank face, trying to find a hint of life that could explain the whispering. The mouth was still open in a silent scream, but yet the whispers continued. I spun on my heel, trying to find the person who had snuck in to torment me. I would not mind having two toys tonight. I tore at the curtains and ripped the old furniture from the walls, all while the beast watched me from his perch on the windowsill. The whispers grated down my spine, and in an attempt to drown them out, I slapped my hands to my ears. Nothing could ease that breathy voice. My steps were thunderous as I stomped back and forth, clawing at my hair. Was this what madness was? The dark prison that refused to release you from its grip? Had I fallen? Louder and louder the whispers grew until a blood-curdling scream echoed in the room. For a moment I thought the scream was my own, but no, it had replaced the whispers. Different screams, but I recognized each one. One by one, my sins' cries were being screamed into my face. Their pleas for help and their desperate begging made my skin crawl. Was this how they had felt when they stumbled upon me on their last nights? My own pleas fell from my lips, begging God or maybe even the devil to release me from my hell. My shaky legs carried me to the window where the beast still sat, watching me with knowing eyes. It knew what I had done. They all knew what I had done. I could take this no more. Climbing up beside the bird, I looked down at the world below. It had been my playground before this night. I had stalked and hunted, but now my prey haunted me. The screams in the room grew louder and louder, only turning silent when I pushed myself forward, away from the room of my sins and away from that awful beast. For a moment, I watched the beast as I fell, before silence claimed my soul forever.